Episode 9 of Baddies Africa. This is more Terra. Be sure to subscribe. I'm not gonna lie, this episode kind of dragged a little bit, but picking up from where we left off last week, Cold Killer did her song that Tinkerbella and DTB stole, she say. So Natalie called Tinkerbella, and Tinkerbella is just popping her shit on the phone, and she pregnant. So DTB kind of had a point. Like, you're mad at the wrong person. You should be mad at Tinkerbella for stealing your song because I was nothing but a feature. Honestly, I respect that. But then the show continues, and I just love the support that Pretty P had from her girls, and I love the support that Ivy had from DTP and Pretty P. Like, that whole entire friend group is just so beautiful. And to like just jump around the episode a little bit, when Pretty P was just discussing that how Papa died, it was just like I like that they was there for her in the most calmest and smoothest way. And I like that Pretty P said that she told them before she told the whole entire house, like, y'all really friends for real. And on top of that, when they went to go do their activity to know more about the culture, they all was dressed down in culture vibes like that. I love that. But moving along from the talent show, because Natalie gave it to Choco. You always can tell when Natalie need a new friend or whatever because she just pick and choose. And I love that Rolly said, "Girl, just give everybody money and call it a day," because we know DTB gonna get up on here and she gonna act a fool because she didn't want. But I love that girl now. So they go to the club after the talent show. Dolly on the bus talk about sneaking. Ain't you the one who always jumping in and sneaking somebody and stuff like that? But what I will say is the cameras love Fauna. I don't know how many times we see Fauna episode, but I just know the cameras is always on her because when I'm doing my screenshots for these reviews, it's like Fauna there every fucking 5 seconds or something like that. But anyway, back to the bus going to the club. Lex saying Tavi she's fake and she picks and chooses, like she flip flops. Like 1 minute she cool and she fighting for people, but then on the next side she fighting for people. Basically, that's what she was saying. But on the other sprinter, Fauna said she didn't really say, she was addressing like her issue with Lex and Dolly and mainly Dolly. Now it's just like Tavi. Now you see that Fauna, K Rika, and Cold Killer. Everybody can see they never started with that old trio. They started with the new trio. But I guess in Tavi starting to see it now, it's like, yeah, bitch, wake the fuck up. But when we get to the club, Natalie, I feel like everything is just Natalie's fault. Like Natalie is the chaos of the whole entire thing. Like it's not even the fact that like, oh, she has the job to do as the CEO and the girls have to fight. Miss, no fight in the club because we're gonna lose our money. Out the blue, Dolly diss track song come on that she literally just performed at the talent show towards DTB, and I'm just like, and I'm watching the way how like Natalie bopping to that shit and everything. But then when Dolly shit went off, backspace, Irie and them was telling the crowd to boo Dolly shit. Like that friend group. But then Natalie tells DTB like, Diamond the Body, I want to see shit get messy. So Diamond the Body perform her song. You bitches think you tough? Like that right there, that's the icing on the cake because DTB was really in them bitches' face. They was a person separated. They was one person separated. Like Dolly was feeling some type of way that DTB had performed that song, but it's just like, bitch, you on stage performing your diss song to me. Bitch, do you think you tough? But like I said, all of this is Natalie's fault because anyhow, we know how Dolly is. Dolly, ew. I'm not even gonna say it because Dolly just jumping and popping shit and she be getting beat the fuck up. But they was singing along to DTB's song, but at the same time, Dolly could have hit DTB right there and DTB would have got blamed for it. Because speaking of Natalie being messy, later on the next day, she gonna call. Natalie gonna call DTB telling some, oh, she wants DTB to be a house leader because she deserves more than to her just fucking with me. Girl, you be fucking with DTB. And it's so funny because I'm gonna always vouch with DTB. DTB don't matter how she got that money. That girl had money before she came on Zeus. Zeus was nothing but a bigger bag. And that's what I'm gonna say. Isn't that the goal, to get a bigger bag than the bag that you already had? But we not about to play like DTB didn't have money. I'm not even gonna do too much. But then, anyways, after that, everybody is just getting ready for the stuff for the day. But Dolly and Lexus, they having a conversation, telling me some they miss summer. This is how I know this bitch is coming back the next episode. But they sound a little stupid, talking about some everybody thinking they got it up on them because they missing somebody and shit like that. Girl, ain't nobody thinking shit about y'all in summer because y'all start fights with every fucking body. Sad to say, because when Lex first came on Baddies, I liked it. Like, she's a pretty girl, she's an athlete, she's everything, and we all say the same thing about Lex. Like, you're bigger than them, but you know what? If that's your loyalty, that's your loyalty. But I don't like how Dolly was laughing how Lex had Tavi because Lex won that fight. But Dolly, let's not be confused how Tavi had you leaking. I'm a little confused here. Scotty come back, whoop dee doo. She had an anxiety attack. Sad to say, happy she came back. We yeah. Anyways, moving along from that. But then when more of everybody get ready, like I said, the episode dragged because we had LCK, Choco, Fauna with each other, and then we had Pretty P and M with Tavi as well. And Tavi feel like the whole entire situation with her and Dolly is the fact that Dolly's just jealous, and Dolly's jealous because she snatched her chain and everything else. But going to this culture activity that they had going on, everybody on the bus popping their shit or whatever. Now they discussed the situation more about Dolly, Lex, and Tavi. Tavi said, which is I think we all was thinking, like, I wasn't expecting Elsie to jump in that shit because Elsie frees up too much. But Tavi also said she was expecting Russian Cream to at least break it up or jump in because Russian Cream always on her face was like, yeah, I'm a loyal bitch, I'm gonna have your back, do. So I can understand why Tavi feels some type of way about that. And it was so funny how Tavi was having that conversation with everybody on a sprinter because Russian Cream was on a sprinter with Dolly and Lex. I can already see it with Russian Cream. She thinking because Tavi and them not fucking with her no more that she about to go fuck with the stupid, retarded, the that trio, whatever. Like you can see that flip flopping because Russian Cream. What happened to taking people off the show automatically, Natalie? Like that's really what I want to know. But as they arrive to it, I'm not even going to get into too many details because the activity was beautiful. They learned the history, they learned the dancing, and it was such a beautiful thing. And then of course Natalie mentions that Summer wants to come back. We knew Summer was coming back because sad to say, Summer bring fucking views. But then we meet a new girl. I don't personally know who this person is, or not say personally, but I don't know who this is on blogs or anything else. But Marissa, she brings a new person on the show, and she's the first celebrity guest, which is so funny because Stunner Girl was already here. Boom, pass, she's gone. Now this Marissa girl is here. Boom, pass, whatever. When is Tommy coming? Because it's in Tommy in the season, and we're already on the ninth episode, so you already know they're about to start speeding stuff up a little bit more. They're done with the activity. Once again, Natalie being messy. Natalie couldn't wait until they got back to where the hell they were supposed to go so they can get ready for the club later on that night. Natalie asked them why they in these people establishment. Like, do y'all not understand that y'all in fucking Africa? Are we not understanding that? But Natalie's like, if anybody want to get something off their chest, get off their chest. Tavi said, I do. Tavi called out Dolly because Dolly took her chain. So since Dolly eye is messed up or whatever, Lex decides to get up and she about to fight for Dolly. But I'm like, I get it, but just leave it alone because Lex. What I feel about Lex, Lex, just sit down. Just sit down. We get it. You know how to fight, da da da. But you don't really have no beef with nobody to be fighting. All the beef Lex be having comes from her stupid ass friends. But the next episode, Summer's coming back, and this is more Terra, and I watch almost everything.